Hello everyone. So one of the hardest things I think about taking classes, doing fitness virtually, is you don't have the benefit of a trainer or instructor on site giving you cues, giving you that feedback so you can feel it in your body. And so as much as I try to incorporate that into class, I thought it could also be useful to show you some warm-ups that you can do before taking class with me, doing your own workout, taking classes with any of the other amazing instructors online right now, and just teach you how to find some of that alignment that you'll want to find in class, in workouts first, so then you can recreate it a little bit easier once you add resistance or pick up the speed or whatever the specific class is that you're taking. So today's video is going to focus on our neutral pelvic alignment and core engagement. So we're going to be doing this on the mat, again, as part of a warm-up, but the sensations that we get while we do this warm-up are things you'll want to carry throughout all of your workouts, whether you're squatting, deadlifting, even when you're working that upper body, bracing your core, protecting your spine, using your glutes. Those are things you always want to be aware of. So to get started, you'll need either a Pilates ring, but if you don't have that, totally fine. A couch pillow, a stuffed animal, anything that you can give a gentle squeeze to will be perfect. I just don't think I'm allowed to take my parents' couch pillows outside with me. So I'm gonna use the Pilates ring, and we are gonna lay on our back. Actually, start with that ring beside you. We'll grab it in a second. Take your soles of your feet to your floor and just lay here. Don't worry about anything else right now. Find a distance between your heels and your tush that feels comfortable. Excellent. And from here, you're going to drop your pelvis all the way forward until your back comes off the mat. So really, starting from where you're laying, push your hips forward, lift your spine off your floor. It might feel a little bit weird. We are super hyper arching that back, extending that back. And now we're going to tuck our pelvis all the way towards the ribs, so come back the other way until your butt lifts off the floor. Good. Find that contraction in the core. And now exhale, release, and find a position in between the two. If you're not ready, we can do that again. So you're going to take your hips, push them all the way forward till your back lifts off the mat. So we're hyperextending our spine, pushing our ribs up towards the ceiling. And now let's reverse it. Tuck your hips all the way back till your butt lifts off the floor, and pull your rib cage down. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release. Find that middle ground. So that middle ground is your neutral spine. Your back should be flat against the mat. Your hips are tucked just a tiny bit so you can feel a crunch in your core, but nothing like that exaggerated lifting the hip movement. So this should be more comfortable than either of the two positions we found. And just take a couple of breaths here. Feel your spine connect to that mat. Let them meld together. Excellent. And now that we have that neutral spine, we're going to practice moving without losing that alignment. So now's the time. Take your Pilates ring, your pillow, your stuffed animal, whatever it is. Place it between your knees and just give it a slight squeeze. From here, we'll move into glute bridges. As we do this, your spine should lift towards the ceiling in one smooth movement. So we don't want to peel off the mat. We want to use that drive through our hips and kind of, with control, shoot straight up. So dig those heels into the floor. Big inhale. Exhale, hips come up, squeeze the glutes. Hold here. Our core should feel similar to how it did on the mat. We're tucking the hips slightly. We're knitting our ribs towards each other, so we're not flaring out. We're pulling in, we're tightening our abs now, and we have a straight line from our shoulders to our hips to our knees, just like that. And lower back down. Make sure you found that neutral alignment. Good, let's go again. Big inhale. Exhale, straight up to the sky. Creating energy through the lower body as our feet push down, our hips lift up. Our hands are light on the mat. And lower down. Excellent. We'll do 2 more like this, and then we'll advance it. So again, the focus is keeping some contraction, so we're not flaring our ribs, we're not arching or flexing our spine. We create that straight line as we lift up. Big inhale, and exhale, come on up, and hold. Squeeze the glutes together. If you touch your abs here, should be able to feel some of that muscle. We always want that engagement, particularly when we are lifting weights, when we're moving with any kind of resistance, so that we don't injure any other part of our body, particularly our lower back. If you have lower back pain, squatting or deadlifting, this form can help with that. And let's lower down. We've got 1 more just like that. By now you should be feeling your glutes, feeling your abs when we're up in that bridge position. If not, tweak the movement a little bit, and I'll show you how. Big inhale, and exhale, lift up. So first thing while we're here, can you bring your ribs and your hips together just a little more without rounding your spine? So still a nice flat spine, but feel that contraction. And then of course, squeeze your glutes. Those glutes should feel rock hard. You want to give them a little tap. And exhale, lower down. For this next movement, if you want, optional, you can grab a weight, a water bottle, really just anything to hold between your hands. It doesn't matter how heavy it is. And for this warm up, I would recommend using something very light. I have heavy dumbbells, but I'm just a little bit limited with equipment, but I would recommend something light for the first time you do this. As you get more used to it, definitely feel free to add that weight. You can turn it into more of a core exercise than a warm up. So we're gonna lift our arms straight up to the ceiling. We're gonna go back into our bridge position when I tell you, and then we're going to move our upper body. The goal for this last part of our warm up is to keep that engagement while both our upper and our lower body is working. I love total body exercises, but it's important that we don't lose sight of the core as we're moving those limbs. So here we go. Press those heels into the floor, big inhale. Exhale, drive the hips up, our arms are pointing to the ceiling. You are holding your weight, your water bottle, whatever it is between your hands. Before we do anything else, make sure those ribs and the hips are drawing towards each other. And now, without moving anything in your torso, so that spine stays in a straight line to the sky, you keep that tuck between the hips and the ribs. Inhale, lower your arms overhead, only as far as you can keep this neutral spine. And then exhale, bring your hands over your chest. Inhale, slowly lower above the head. Does not matter how far you come down. And exhale, weight above the chest. Good. Even though we're moving the upper body, even though we're feeling our glutes, our focus is on our abs, our spine, and our glutes. That's the core. That's the group we're focusing on holding while everything else is moving. I don't know about you, my abs are lighting up right now, just as they should be. Let's do 2 more like this. Big inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, come back to center. 1 more and we're done. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, back to center, lower down with control, and remove whatever you are holding between the knees. Shake out the legs and come on up. So those are just a couple of movements that you can work through before getting into your workout to help you find that proper alignment. Then when you do your squats, your deadlifts, even if you are standing working that upper body, you'll know what your core is supposed to feel like, and you will double the benefits of that workout by working your abs and your glutes, as well as whatever other muscle group you are targeting in that moment. So I hope this helped. Let me know what other types of videos you'd like to see. I can't wait to share more with you.